Fuck you, Craig, and welcome back to the 141st rendition of Cooped Up Conversations with Aaron, Joey, Prokop, and me, Cooper. You guessed it, dude. Aaron is not here again. You'd think he was having the kid. I think at this point this year, Aaron's attendance on the podcast is as close to Big Buck's attendance senior year of high school, dude. Like, we're approaching like you're staying back territory now. It's got to be about a 40% miss rate. It's crazy because the people who listen to the podcast, not one person has been like, "Where's Aaron been?" So maybe he's not missed. Someone's gonna need to pick up all the slack from Prokop leaving. I mean, the conversation king, dude. So
yeah, I'm so talkative.
And everybody, dude, is gonna think this was your last podcast episode because you titled it "The End of Prokop."
I titled it "The End of an Era." So the true fans,
the true end of an era.
The true fans who watch from week to week are going to be happy to see me back. But
that's true. Surprise guest Prokop.
You know why I work Coop is because we were talking about it coming to an end, yada yada yada. And then
we did have the little like kind of final. I thought Megan was ready to pop like this week. I didn't know you had till the end of the month. She's only 8 months, dude. She could still get an abortion in California. Pretty sure. I can't remember,
dude.
I can't remember who I made that joke to. I made a joke to someone that I think that I was like, "Oh, like abortion should be up to 24 months," and they were like, "That's pretty late." I'm like, "Yeah, they're 2 years old. This is the joke." Sure, it's not unbuttoned, but it is fully unbuttoned. I do have a few buttons, but they're buttons I do not want to have on. I want a deep V for Prokop's potential last episode. Now we don't know, dude. Meg could be like a month late too. It could be a 10-month baby, dude. The baby just doesn't want to leave. Then we have you in a whole extra month.
Yeah, who knows? We're probably gonna, I think, hit the due date maybe a little early.
Sorry, what date? What date was that?
October 29th is the.
No. It sounded like you said due date. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
I didn't say that. Maybe
you said due date.
Maybe
I misheard.
Aaron's not here, so I can say that, right?
Yeah. Brooklyn asked me earlier at dinner, like, I can't even remember how it came up, but like Palestine came up. And she's like, "Are you pro-Israel?" And I go with a straight face, I was like, "Yeah, I'm pro-Israel." She like didn't know how to react because she thought I was being legit. I'm not pro-Israel, but I'm pro.
How have you just had that conversation now? Israel and Palestine has never come up before.
No, I mean, like, to be fair, like, Brooklyn
it's been going on for 30 years.
It's been going on for 30 years, and Brooklyn and I have been dating for 6, and we just popped the Palestine-Israel conflict question.
It's an important question.
Yeah, it's an important milestone.
I try to pop it at the second date, just get out of the way.
To be honest, I don't think me and Megan have had the Israel-Palestine talk. Megan's not very politically active, so
fair.
I think if I would just explained it, she'd be like, "Oh,
Well, that's the good thing, because then you can just explain it the proper way, and it's just got to take it as it is.
The Iron Dome, I think I explained it the proper way. But Israel took off. Their jets hit the whose jets was it? Egypt's jets first.
Right? During the 6-Day War, is that what you're referencing?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know enough to put stuff on the internet about the Israel 6-Day War. Yeah, but
start it way back.
I actually, my official stance on Israel-Palestine is it's crowded over there. Like, of course, people are gonna get mad at each other.
I think it's too hot.
It's too hot. It's crowded, and
it's a religious Mecca.
It's that too, but I'm more talking about just like a basic human. It's hot. It's crowded.
Pretty best guys over there.
It's a very beige place too. Like they
do a lot of transplant people. They do transplant.
They do transplant. It is the Denver of the Middle East. Yeah. It's almost all transplants.
The Denver of the Middle East. Mount Sinai.
But anyway, that's enough. Probably Israel-Palestine conflicts. Our official stance is, whatever you believe. So sponsors
whatever
on
the
both
current
sides.
climate believes, we believe.
I think the current climate it's tough because when you drive around in Cambridge, you get people who have the LGBTQ flag. You got people with the Ukraine flag, and then for some reason they have the Israeli flag up there. So it really is I don't know where people stand. We're on all sides of the spectrum here.
There's a strong Jewish population in Boston.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so I don't know where the stance is officially. The windows are open. The neighbors are probably like, it's this time of week again. For the fucking lunatic next door talks to himself for an hour and a half. But the other thing I wanted to bring up that's foreign, I guess, is the bed bug situation in France. What dirty pigs, dude. Have you seen how many bed bugs? Their argument is that they become immune to insecticides. That's what they're saying. And I think the real reason is those pigs don't fucking shower. And they also don't fucking have a dryer. You need to be able to blast your jeans at 150 degrees just in case, dude. You need to blast that shit out. You can't air dry everything. It's fucking insane. And also, why do they have their metro? Why do they have it with felt seats? That's fucking foul. Nothing in public should be felt.
Disgusting.
Even movie theaters and shit, dude. Those things should be hard metal, hard plastic. I don't want. That's the one thing I hate about movie theaters now, bro. When you go in with the recliner, I don't want to be in somebody else's living room recliner. A recliner is a recliner is almost like a toilet. It's like.
Well, they Lysol.
You kind of want to use your own.
At least.
Right? I'm sure they Lysol them, dude. I'm sure the 16-year-old at the movie theater is Lysoling and scrubbing every seat.
They got to pay him better. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Those people don't deserve more money. They don't do their job. They don't butter the popcorn.
Coop, we can't hear you.
Oh, no, sorry. I was closing the windows so we don't end up on a watch list.
Gotcha.
all 6 windows are open. I was screaming about Israel and Palestine, and then we're calling French people pigs. It's not a great start for the neighborhood. Whoever's down below us, man, they better be chill, or it's going to be kind of
subscribing to the podcast.
Oh, I don't even know if you heard that about that Prokop.
Yeah, Coop was telling me last week.
It's so clear. It's as if I'm talking to you right now, just in my living room, saying we're watching. Anything, even last night, whatever we're watching, something normal, and we were, yeah.
Oh, you have comments, you have quips, you let them loose. You're with your friends, we're not nothing terrible, but I mean nothing you'd get fired from a workplace from, but more of just. Well, I'm trying to cover for us on the record, Joey, but more of just things that you might have a talking to with HR. You know what I mean? So, regardless, I don't know how much the downstairs neighbors were a fan of us before they moved out, but they seemed to move out before their lease was up. So, it's 50-50. Also, not a great look that Aaron is the 2 months Aaron sent rented, and they've been late. So,
yeah.
We do want to have a remembrance for Aaron. He's been to the hospital twice, or did he go again in Plymouth?
I don't think so.
Okay. He's just been off the grid, dude. He went to the hospital for shitting. I have never in my imagination would go to the hospital because I was shitting and then didn't shit for 2 days. But
it wasn't even 2 days. It was 12 hours.
It was 12 hours, and the kid rips laxatives, dude. And then he's like, my stomach is fucked. It's I wonder why, dude. And then the best was that he fucking clogged the toilet, right? And he doesn't listen, and people listen, so don't fucking tell him we're talking shit about him. He shouldn't have don't put shit on the fucking internet if you don't want it on Twitch. That's the fucking quote of the week for Aaron. But he fucking is shitting all the time on uses $16 of toilet paper in less than 12 hours. the toilet clogs.
You guys gotta buy bulk.
And that
the thing is, we did originally,
but we ran out. We ran out after the original one, and then I bought more, and then Aaron bought after using all ours, like the community one. He went out and bought one singular roll, which he hid in his room. After using all the toilet paper that was just bought for everybody. But anyway, the toilet's clogged, right? And I'm like, Aaron, did you clog the toilet? Like I yelled from the living room, and he goes, yeah, dude, give me a fucking minute. Like, I'm always the one who has to deal with it. The toilet's fucked. And I'm like, you have to deal with it because you clog it, you fucking idiot. Like, none of us clog the toilet. I've never had a problem flushing it. It's amazing. Like, where were we that he started fucking calling us and being like, hey, the toilet's overflowing? It was when fucking Tim was here.
No, we were.
Was he previous to that? Was he the one who flushed? Stop eating the baby bottle pop, dude. Mia's eating the goddamn baby bottle pop, and I'm like sitting staring at it right now. Who buys a baby bottle pop? That's gonna be the poll of the week. I kind of want to see it. Toss me this thing so I can show everybody what it looks like. It's literally just a nipple with corn syrup.
Yeah, baby bottle pop.
Oh, it's toxic slime liquor, sour rolling candy. Look at this thing. They put a fucking ball of an areola of plastic.
That's not even.
It's not even candy. Yeah, it's
Wait, so
literally
it rolls
plastic.
like one of those like lotion applicators.
Yeah. No, it doesn't even roll. I don't think, unless she gunked it all up.
This is fucking the most stupid. I gotta take the.
So
that's gonna be the poll of the week.
Sounds like
I almost want to pick up
too much toilet paper.
No, dude, Aaron's fucked, man. He's fucked. And then so after he shits himself for 2 days, he then goes and didn't shit for 12 hours, and then fucking takes a thing of laxatives. And he's like, "You're telling me you would sit with gas pain instead of taking a shit?" And I'm like, "If I just shit for fucking 12 hours straight, yeah, I probably would." I would have to be dying. I would have to be backed up to my goddamn esophagus to take a laxative. There's just no reason I would take one. And he took one 12 hours after literally spending the entire day in the bathroom.
He's trying to purge.
Ask me about the orange bowl.
Oh,
she's the one that caught it.
What was the orange bowl? So you guys caught him
throwing
up in the bowl?
He's throwing up in the bowl, he's coming out and dumping it in the toilet and going back in with the bowl and throwing it in his room.
Put it back.
And then bring it back in his room.
And then he put it back in the cabinet. Did the thing go through the dishwasher? Why the fuck?
He put the strainer and everything back, and he stacked the bowls like
he put the goddamn strainer in it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The whole cabinet's contaminated now.
I don't know if he put it through the washer. But...
Dude, can you hear Mia fucking cackling in the background, dude?
Yeah.
She's going berserk back here, dude.
Must have been a real episode with Aaron.
Because he was violently thrown.
Where even was I? Oh, was that when I went up to Lowell?
No. You went out with Brooklyn, I think. It was the night Joe was gone. I came back. He was here. He was sick. It was my first night back here. And then you went out. And then he was fucking violently throwing up. And that's when I texted
Why was he throwing up in his room?
I don't know. That's when I texted
This kid's odd, man. And you don't know it until you look.
Nauseated.
Dude, what the fuck did that kid... Granted, he does leave shit in the fridge. Like, he leaves, like, a burrito unwrapped in the fridge, and then we'll eat it over 3 days. It's, like, the fucking craziest thing. He had something in there for way too long. He cuts fruit and then leaves it unwrapped in the fridge. I'm like, you know how that's not how a fridge works, right? Just because it's cold doesn't mean you don't need to fucking wrap it up.
It's like a magic thing that you can just put stuff into.
I literally think our fridge probably only gets to 50 degrees too, so it's like it's already not food safe.
Remember how we were saying like eating kosher is like an idea to keep you from having insane like stomach bugs and dying from eating like rotten shellfish and shit. I don't think it's translated to Aaron.
I think you missed that lesson.
Yeah.
In school.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Well, he used to do it in Dorchester. He would take like chicken breast, and he wouldn't wrap it and then throw it in the freezer, and the shit would like cook in the freezer. It would be like fucking slow cooked. Anyway, that's enough shitting on Aaron for fucking.
No, he's not here, so we're allowed to.
We're allowed to shit on him. It's kind of on him.
Shitting on Aaron.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's easy. Anyways, if you would like to experience Aaron, we'll treat him like a zoo animal, and you can pay us $20, and we'll fucking hidden cameras would be funny. To be real though, I don't know, like based on what I see, I don't need to see what I don't. You know what I mean? Like I like how there's a little mystery there. It's kind of like Chet. Shout out to Chet, but like I like how there's like a little like you disappear and I don't know what's going on, but I can only imagine what it is. Chet's like in a different way than Aaron. Chet's is in like more of like I wouldn't want to hear what he does. Whereas more of like Aaron shit would probably just piss me off. Anyway,
I like
$20.
Go ahead.
No, you go, Joe.
I was saying my favorite is just when he comes out of the room every morning.
At 10 o'clock. Allegedly at 10 o'clock.
He looks like he was mugged like inside his room.
And dude, like he comes out with shell shock, dude. Like he's like Sledge from the Pacific. He like comes out and like looks at you, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you looking at me for, dude?" And it's like it's weird because that's like when I'm like really waking up and working at that point. By the time he wakes up, crazy. But anyway, speaking of the fucking of Sledge, the Pacific. I have a hot. I think the Pacific's better than Band of Brothers. I rewatched both. I think the Pacific's better.
I've always had that take.
Pacific's nice because it's short, it's concise, it's to the point.
It's the same length. They're both 10 episodes.
What?
Both 10 episodes.
Band of Brothers had like 3 seasons. Am I insane?
You're crazy. It has 1. You might be thinking of the modern one. What's the one that Big Buck likes? About
Jarhead?
Iraq. Not Jarhead.
I thought Jarhead was
the donut.
Oppenheimer. That's it.
Barbenheimer. Finally
HBO.
saw Barbie.
Well, you saw Barbie? All right. What did you think, dude? I know it's fucking 10 years late.
It's overrated.
Here's the fucking 2-month-old fucking podcast takes about Barbie, but
yeah. Well, like
it was good, right? It was good.
It was good. It wasn't great.
Lot of feet stuff in there, dude.
Yeah, a lot of bait for lonely incels like us.
Yeah, I really think that Quentin Tarantino is a secret producer on that, dude. He's like, how can I get 45 minutes of Margot Robbie's feet? He's like, I'll make the fucking Barbie movie. Also, it was funny. Like, Ryan Gosling was funny.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie was good. The fucking crazy lady, I don't even know what she's in. She's in like so much. Kate McKinnon. That's what it is. I knew it was. She's just SNL.
Well, I think she was in the Ghostbusters, but we don't talk about that.
Dude, we watched The Machine last night.
Oh.
What a fucking terrible movie, dude. And I like really wanted to like it. I'm like, this movie might be dumb, but like in a fun dumb way. And it wasn't even fun dumb. Like, I don't know who wrote the script, but I actually tweeted it at Bert Kreischer last night. It did not get traction. I was really hoping it did. I might do a movie review on TikTok and tag him because there's a better chance it will fucking blow up. But the movie was fucking terrible. Whoever was on that writer's staff should not be getting jobs after the fucking strike. Like, the script, dude, they had a party at the beginning.
That's the other thing. They came to a conclusion for the strike. I'll tell you after, like, how bad they got steamrolled. But
You knew they were gonna get steamrolled, dude. Especially because, dude, I was listening to an old Tim Dillon episode. Like, it's like a month old now, and he was like, "Oh, like I had lunch with a CBS exec. Like, they're just gonna put fucking Yellowstone on CBS, so like they don't need shows. Like, they're like, we'll get people to watch the network." And that's the thing with strikes, man. I really want to be on the workers' side every single time, but you can't be selfish with it. Like, I know that you need all this major change right away, but you're never gonna win. You can't outlast them. Those people, that would be like trying to have a war of attrition at the end of the fucking world with some doomsday prepper with 65,000 guns and a year's worth of Costco food. Like, you're not gonna win that war. Because you got a few cans of fucking beans. There might be more of you, but they got the nukes, dude. They would have burned down Hollywood before they gave all those people what they want.
They asked for the raise. Obviously, they got half of what they asked for. Not even like meeting up, whatever it is, like with inflation. They got less than inflation.
Good.
They got the bonus thing, but here's how they get the bonus. The show that they worked on has to be seen by 20 or 25% of the entire platform's viewers.
So essentially, you need to be Squid Games.
No shows, I think the only one was The Last of Us that's ever done that. I think any show, like, not even Squid Games or Joe Exotic, whatever that thing was, Tiger King.
Tiger King didn't even get 20%. That was like a cultural fucking movement.
Yeah, I think
these people got steamrolled. And
and dude, there's something else. I think they got like, they have to hire more people for each show. So I mean,
some of those shows, man, or I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh fuck, it's gone. Keep going, Joe. Sorry.
The shows suck.
I mean, I'm sure there's other shit. I'm trying to look it up now.
I think they got like an equal percentage for streaming based off of network views. I think that was another one, which was like
that's a little bit of a win.
That was the win for them.
That was.
But they didn't even get the AI stuff. The AI stuff.
No, I thought they did. No, they got that in the contract. Was
did they get?
You can't use AI to write scripts.
I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. I think the writers just...
when's the next... How long is the contract for?
Oh, the AI stuff's crazy because, like, that's just never going to happen. Like...
It's gonna take over at some point.
I'm not even saying the scripts, but, like, they said no AI at all in the writer's room is what they wanted at all. But, like, now you have AI in Microsoft Word, so, like, you can't do that anymore. It's too late.
Use Grammarly? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they just weren't gonna win. Some of the shows went back on the air though. Like some of the like Bill Maher was one of the people who went back. Like multiple people, Jimmy Fallon went back. Like all those people went back, or it might not have been Jimmy Kimmel.
Fallon. No, I don't think it was
Kimmel.
No, they made a podcast being like, well, we can't make any money, so we're going to make a podcast.
I thought for sure Kimmel started like a few weeks ago.
They all just like announced they're back on. And you know what else is suspicious? It fell right for the fall. As commie as I get, it's like, you guys could have like pushed through the fall, but I think, the workers or the writers who need a job can only go so long. The strike.
Yeah, because no one was spending in LA probably either. Like you got to think like average people in LA, like anybody in the industry, which is a large portion of people, were not going out and spending money. A lot of people didn't spend money this summer anyway. Joey sent the thing earlier. Like, so all these people, for the most part, who work two jobs, realistically probably work in the service industry because it's very flexible. So if people weren't spending money, they were getting double boned. Like, because like the top tier writers and stuff were fine.
Yeah.
But The people who it really was impacting, it got to the point where they probably couldn't deal with it anymore.
One of the first things I saw when the strike ended was Office reboot. I was like, oh, this is gonna suck.
If they do that,
they do the reboot. That's the thing, man. Can we stop destroying stuff? That was one of the topics I wanted to bring up. Was because I fucking spend a lot of my life on TikTok, especially when I'm like just not doing anything. The people who are overdoing like the fucking Karen videos and shit like that, it's like anybody takes this topic that's slightly funny and then just ruins it. Like it doesn't need to be everything. Like Mia watching I Think You Should Leave 1,000,000 times. It's gonna not be as good in a few fucking months. You know what I mean? It's not gonna hit. You want to? It's like yeah, I don't know. It's pretty funny, but like The Office, man, like it's good and it's done. That's like bringing Seinfeld back in the air. Like, don't fucking do it. There's no benefit to it.
Curb was a hit. Curb was basically
Curb isn't Seinfeld, but it isn't like I'm saying like if you bring back The Office, if you don't bring back everybody, then people aren't gonna like it automatically. And it's like then they're gonna be chasing the jokes that they made. It's not gonna be original. It's gonna be like, oh, look at us making callbacks to silly, goofy stuff that we put on the show fucking 10 years ago. Like, don't fucking do it. And all you guys have enough money, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Don't fucking like enough. Like just think of new shit. Make a new Office, but it's not The Office. Call it the fucking work.
Call it work.
The writing
do the same thing.
I don't think affected me this entire time.
No, the strikes never affect you, dude. That like especially like ones like that, like. And the thing is, man, is average people don't think people are likable because the faces of those things are like these actors and shit who are like make way too much money. Like no one likes those people anyway.
Yeah.
The auto workers strike is where you can be like, oh, that makes sense, or like a nurse's strike.
Yeah, they do a real job, dude. I'm not saying that writing's not a real job. You're talented, blah blah blah. You're not fucking building cars. It's a real job. That's what unions were for, dude. People respect that shit. But like people who have to work in a fucking auto, like doing that shit, anything real, they don't respect like fucking Actors Guild and shit. Who cares? Why would they care?
They just make shit TV.
Yeah,
they make shit TV that no one really likes anyways. I haven't had a new show on TV that I've liked. I can't even remember. Like The League and like Always Sunny when it was like really just on TV. That long ago, dude. Like FX shows from that long ago. Like Workaholics and shit. Like I didn't watch Workaholics, but people like our age watch Workaholics. Like that era, I can't remember a show since then. What are you gonna bring me? Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon, dude? What else are you gonna bring me? Modern Family was alright. I guess Modern Family is decent. Not Malcolm in the Middle. What was the fucking just the middle, right?
The middle, yeah.
Yeah,
that was so long ago.
Yeah, but that's what even that was like. Yeah, like
that's
10 years ago.
2008 TV. That's how old like TV.
Modern Family's still fucking going for somehow. I'm pretty sure.
Is it really?
No way.
Is it not? When did it end?
We gotta look this up.
Look it up, Mia. Mia's the lookup guy. I thought they were still making that fucking show.
I believe you, but I don't want to.
Mia's looking it up. I hope it's not too long ago. Regardless, I bet you it went way too long. 2020, so COVID. How many seasons? 12?
12
seasons. So. I guess 12 seasons. 12 seasons.
Jeez, that's long.
Was it good all the way through though? Yeah, like see, that's the thing though. They ended it smart. Like I'm afraid I haven't finished watching this new season of Always Sunny. Well, yeah. I don't know what Mia just said. She said something weird.
I can't hear.
Okay. But yeah, I agree. They end stuff like Seinfeld. How many seasons was that? 9? Perfect. Office.
It was like 8.
Office should have been 7, but they also had like 20 episodes a season.
Yeah.
The Office. Like there's a lot. Sabrina, she's pretending to be dead.
Do you know what I watched?
I don't know that she ate.
Season of the other day.
The
season 32 of Survivor.
Survivor?
And
I was
like I
gonna
guess
say The
that's like a little
Simpsons.
more timeless because it's like, you know, you don't need to have a narrative or anything like that, like between seasons. But I was just watching it and I was like, I just can't do it anymore.
You know what's insane that has probably is I think is like the longest running is Monday Night Raw. Like pro wrestling is the bet is like their writers didn't go on
Yeah.
strike.
I don't
didn't know
even
they had
know. We were talking about this the other day. Like, I get the appeal to wrestling, but I also definitely don't. Like, I don't get the deal. Like, it's
Yeah.
a step below NASCAR to me. Honestly, like, I look at it as like sports where it's like the whole like area. Like, for us, we're spoiled. Like, the 4 major sports. I can get behind soccer, whatever. If you're like a lacrosse person, then it's like the step down. If you're like a lacrosse person or field hockey or something fucking weird like that. And then there's like people who like handball and cricket and other weird European shit. And then it's like NASCAR and like golf and stuff where it's like you're rooting for an individual person. I think that tennis. I think it's mad weird. Who like likes, because then it's like there's the guys in golf who would be like 40 years old and dress like Ricky Fowler when he was like 19, 20. Like, dude, you're fucking weird. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then like WWE, it's like it's so obvious it's scripted, so I don't get the people who are like wicked into the lore. Like, I get it's like cool. Like when we watched WrestleMania and made like a drinking game about it, like it was dope. Like it was cool. But people who are like, he's the 8-time champ. It's like it's a fucking fake thing, dude. He's not real. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think it's like older millennials living off a hype. Like, I'm a big go back and watch some of the crazy shit they did in the late 90s and early 2000s, because that's when steroids was big. That's when they they were going for like extreme as fuck. I don't know if you guys have seen Mankind versus Undertaker at Hell. It was
Undertaker's the one that Undertaker's the one that rises from the dead, right?
Yeah. And
he's like 90 years old.
I'm gonna show you guys some like classic ones,
died.
and you'll be like, "What the fuck were these idiots doing?" It's like live stuntmen. That's what like.
To be real, the one I like is the cage match one, where they like jump from like a 30-foot fence onto the guy. Like, that shit's dope. Like, I like respect that because that shit's like Cirque du Soleil, dude. But then
yeah, I think
like,
that's kind of how you have to picture it. You're picturing it like a sport, but in reality, it's like
it's a soap.
A TV
but people
show.
treat it like a sport. That's my point.
No
like,
one treats it. I don't know anyone.
Yes, they do. Yes,
No.
dude. There's this guy on sports radio, dude, who fucking talks about it, and he's like, "Well, he's the 10-time champ." Like, he's like, they're like, the way they talk about it's weird. They do talk about like the performing aspect, which is different than real sports, but like people like the lore, dude. People buy in. Like, don't say people don't buy into that shit. They definitely do as a real sport.
Well, what
people
do you
get
mean
hype over
buy-in
TV
to,
shows like Game of Thrones.
I would never be like making Team Lannister my fucking like. I wouldn't become.
Do that.
That's fucking crazy. That's my point. Well, that like a lot of people are like, that's like crazy. It's kind of like the Harry Potter, like, oh, I'm a fucking Ravenclaw. Like, what the fuck does that mean, dude? Like you're not, because you're not a wizard, so you're not that. It's not like a.
But that's how I always thought. I never watched it, but that's how I always saw it. Was like, oh, Team Jon Snow.
Team Jon. Dude, I just think it's like WrestleMania is mad fun, dude. Because when you don't watch wrestling and you're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like a crazy trip, dude. Where it's just like, why is this guy rising from a coffin? And like, like, what the fuck is happening? And there's like 60,000 people who are like, it's fucking nuts. Like,
I think the classics are more entertaining than today, because today they're trying to live up to that hype. Like, everyone talks about the Monday Night Wars so do you guys know what WCW is?
The wrestling club. Woo-ya.
So that was World Championship Wrestling, which was the TNT competitor in the 90s. So Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage,
brother.
like all these guys, like some people maybe know, went over to Ted Turner's network because Ted Turner was shilling out a bunch of money trying to create a
Who the fuck is Ted Turner?
He owns CNN, TBS, Turner Broadcasting.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Well,
I didn't know who that was.
So someone was shilling out a bunch of money to get all these superstars who were upset with Vince McMahon. They started another company, and they were like decently competing. And then like Stone Cold Steve Austin is like the guy who's drawing the most amount of money, and
he's the beer guy, right?
Yeah, beers. So
that is dope, dude. He comes up and he gets like catches the 2 beers, and he smashes them, and you're like, yeah, dude,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
dope.
And and people like, that's when it was still a little real. Like so wrestling has all this lore. It's called kayfabe. Kayfabe is when you're acting. So Stone Cold Steve Austin is kayfabe. Steve Austin on his podcast is just a guy who's like, yeah, I like wrestling. I take my Kawasaki out to the Nevada desert and I go on all.
Yeah, he's a man's man, dude.
He's a man's man. But when it was like live on TV and you heard his glass break, and then he came out and he gave everyone stunners and then cracked the beers open, it was like, oh my God, he just killed this guy and he's drinking. Like people were losing their minds because it was all about suspending disbelief. And then now it's the jig is up. Vince McMahon had to, like, I think it was because like either New Jersey or New York was like, is this competitive? Can people bet on this? Or is there predetermined outcomes? And Vince McMahon had to like say like things are predetermined, but like, you know, they're actually jumping off the cage and almost killing themselves. They are doing that. But like,
yeah, but they know who wins. That's the thing, dude. Like, that's the hard thing. The hard thing that I have about it is just like, I don't like the sport aspect of if it's like watching Friday Night Lights now, dude. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch a real sport, that like raw emotion.
Yeah.
No one knows the true outcome.
Well, that there is kind of that. You go in, so like there another term is called being a mark, or it's being a wrestling nerd. And you think you start playing the game where it's like, okay, so he's been getting a big like crowd reaction, and the more crowd reaction, the more t-shirts they sell, the more likely they are to put the belt on him. So I think he's gonna win. So you bet your buddy $100. I bet he wins. He does, and because he's going, so since Stone Cold's going against The Rock, he's got to do 3 Stone Cold stunners to knock out The Rock and pin him, or something like that. Where it's like you're now predicting what moves they're gonna do to finish the match, and it's so into the lore. It's like you have to understand the performance aspect of it, and yeah, it's a show. It's fun. It has 31 seasons. That's what I was looking up. And they do basically every Monday night is live, so it's pretty insane. When you think of it that way, it's crazy. When you think of it as like comparing it to baseball or to football, it's not the same. But
well, football's rigged.
Yeah, right.
And also,
so like, what's the difference, right?
Imagine Taylor Swift buys the NFL, dude. I really hope she does.
I wanted to talk about
How much
Taylor
is it?
Swift.
It's probably, I don't even know who owns the NFL. I think the owners are the people who have like a chunk of it.
Yeah.
Imagine she buys the Kansas City Chiefs, dude.
Did you guys?
And then that means the guy would have to stay with her or he'd get fired.
Yeah.
Which would add to it.
Or off the team. I would watch it.
I will trade your ass to Cleveland, dude.
Then she writes a song about it. I traded his ass to Cleveland.
She would sing it better than that, of course.
I know.
But yeah,
do you guys know the conspiracy?
People made fun of me for calling her Jesus Christ, by the way. But you guys don't think she's bigger than Jesus Christ? You guys are fucking insane.
I never said that. I said she was bigger than Michael Jackson.
She's probably getting pretty close.
Yeah. You guys ready for the Swiftie conspiracy?
No.
So
we don't tarnish. It's bad for the algorithm.
No, the reason she showed up at the Jets game was because whenever you Googled Taylor Swift Jets, it was all about how often, like all on Google was how often she's using her private jet, and you could track her jet. And then the second she shows up at a Jets game, it's just football. When you Google Taylor Swift Jets, it's like Taylor Swift went to the Jets game.
Oh,
so it's all
that savvy Brit bitch, dude.
It's all
she knows what she's doing.
She's just dated Travis to get
it's a conspiracy
SEO.
that she's hiding her jet use. That's what Prokop said. Look up Taylor Swift Jets. You're the lookup guy.
It won't say anything about her private jets. It'll just say Taylor Swift went to the Jets game to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce.
Just look up Taylor Swift Jets. We'll see if this conspiracy theory is right. I also saw a conspiracy that the NFL saw how fucking crazy the stadiums got this year when she came there. So they're like, they paid her money to fucking come.
I believe.
Oh, it was definitely something.
Was the worst offender as her plane record.
So it's still the top thing broke up is how she's fucking.
Really?
It doesn't show her at the Jets game. Yeah.
Oh, I think you meant her jet usage.
Yeah, that's why I said look up Taylor Swift Jets. That's it.
Oh, Taylor Swift Jets. I think you meant her plane usage.
No, not her plane usage. It's no, she used. To be fair, dude, if anyone's gonna use a private plane, it's her.
That's not good.
Oh, it's not good for the environment. The Earth is dead. I thought we already fucking established that.
Taylor Swift under theory claims she watches Travis Kelce's.
Oh, the conspiracy theory is the first thing, dude. They're trying to fucking. See, I got a fucking conspiracy about this conspiracy. She set the conspiracy so people would talk about it, and then everyone would defend her, dude. And then she would start winning the argument, because then everybody'd be like, well, look at how famous she is, like I just did. She should use Jets. To be real, I was against her on the Jets thing. I made fun of her for the Jets thing. That was probably the only thing. But now, I get it, man. It's hard. It's hard being her, dude. Getting a jet. Her apartment in New York was dope, dude. We passed it, like, on the street. It has huge, like, barn doors, dude. Fucking crazy. It was dope. You don't get her? I think I've said it before, I genuinely think she's just like the weird girl who thought she could sing at your high school, but she's just way better at writing songs. And now she writes everything, yeah. It's all her songs. Yeah, it's all her songs. They're not trash. Mia's trying to be Mia's anti-culture, dude. She's not like the other girls, dude. She doesn't like Taylor Swift.
I don't enjoy her music, I'd say. But
you know what it is? It's because she's very... She was big. She was big before.
Emotional breakdowns at her concerts.
Yeah, she was. She was selling stadiums for years, bro. People were like that for years. It's just now. She got so hype.
It's because
I got the Ticketmaster conspiracy. I got a thing that I think they made it so difficult to hype up the tour even more than it was.
Absolutely.
And it worked, but like it would make sense because that shit was like impossible. Like I did it for Brooklyn, it was like impossible.
You can still get tickets day of concert.
Yeah, you can get tickets, but it's the resale. Like you only get like I think the tickets Brooklyn got were like $300. Like resale, those things were fucking thousands.
Couple grand.
Because she's Jesus Christ, dude. You want to see Jesus Christ. You're like the people who hate the Beatles, dude, when they were big. Like, that's what you... No, yes, you are. That's just what it is. You just don't get it. I don't either, but... No, but, like, when people put them on... You don't know the right people. I've known people who are Taylor Swift people forever, man. Since we were like... She's been around since we were in middle school.
Yeah. Let me check her first album. It was, like, probably 2006.
She wasn't big in a lot of places.
Because she's hitting her stride. You know what it is, too? Hate to say it, but, like, she is breaking semi of the... Like, she's this era's, like, woman who's ageless. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, there's a few women of each generation who become these, like, ageless performers who, like, outlast the, like, a young version of you's coming up. Like, that's why people are, like...
I think it's because she also does most country stuff.
Different genres of music.
Different genres, different. You don't have to get it, but you got to respect it. It's like it's kind of like, yeah. Because she's normal. That's the thing. If you watch like interviews or like behind the scenes movies of her, like I watched a Taylor Swift documentary. Watching her, you're like, this is just some weird, quirky chick. Like she's just she's like very socially anxious and shit. She's just like confident singing, but she's like a normal girl. Like that's what it is. Like she's like a lot of celebrities are these like otherworldly people, and she's like not, but just like also great. It's like a very interesting combination.
I mean, nothing against her. It's just it's eyeballs.
She's good at business. I think that's what it is. You gotta be a good. She took her time, man.
Her dad's a radio exec.
People online, though, are trying to hype up, like, Kanye doing the fucking... He's like, I made Taylor Swift. It's like, she would have been famous anyways, Kanye. Relax. Just because you can't handle your emotions and needed to make the night about you somehow. Beyonce was the greatest song of all time! This guy's insane. Famous is a good song, though. I'll give Kanye that. Anyway. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, something else I find disgusting that people are trying to embrace is the Golden Bachelor, where this old guy is trying to get with old single like gilfs, and I just think that it's appalling in our society that we're at this point. Like, do not try to make like these shows humanizing. We don't want to. Old people don't deserve love. If you're 65 and single, unless your like wife just died, which I think the Golden Bachelor's wife did die. But it's like, bro, use Tinder. Like, I don't want to watch you on TV.
What gilfs are you finding on Tinder, though?
Huh?
You're not.
Dude, you can set your age to like 60. Get with the times, bro. Get on Tinder. If you're on the Golden Bachelor, bro, you don't have that much self-respect.
Well, he's
get on fucking Tinder.
He wanted a...
Yeah, dude. Because you know why he has all the money? He's 75 years old. If you don't have money when you're 75 years old, I'm sorry. Like, you should be able to fucking be, you should be a baller at 75, because every day is a fucking gift. Once you're past 65, every day is a gift, man, in my opinion.
Based on what we said last week, right, Coop? Make it past 50, I won.
Make it past 50, yeah, that's what I'm financially planning for. I hope that I have enough money till I'm 50. And then after that, that's gravy. Because I don't eat well. And heart disease already runs in the family, so it's like I either got to get my ass in shape or I'm gonna die at 50, and I probably still even could. So why would I not eat the churro? You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, no, the Golden Bachelor, and it's something like I don't want to see like old people getting drunk on TV and flirting. Like flirting is always gross. Like, do you want to see what like a guy uses on a girl at Hooters on national TV to a fucking old lady? No, you don't. Don't give them a fucking TV show. It's fucking embarrassing. And people are all hype about it online. And it's like, dude, please. Like, old people should... Enough, dude. That shit should be on fucking Hallmark or something. Don't put it on fucking ABC. I want to watch shallow people who are pretending that they'll get married and will be broken up in 6 weeks. That's what we want to see. It's like Love Island, dude. It was like, do you want to see Love Island old people? No, bro. I don't want to see old British people might be funny. So maybe I would.
That
but not an American version.
Yeah, Americans are too.
I don't think so. Have they made a like LGBTQ plus Bachelor yet? Like, has it been like a male bachelor seeking other males?
Oh no!
I'm shocked they haven't made that. You know why? Because that wouldn't play down south.
Speaking of dating,
Mia's taking that. That's trademarked. You can't take that.
All right.
By the way, Bachelor, you owe us money. We talked about your show.
Speaking of dating shows that are absolutely disgusting, have you guys heard of Naked Attraction?
No.
Oh, it's this like it's British. I think it's a BBC show, but it was on like Megan found it on HBO, and she was like, "We have to hate watch this," and it's So imagine you're naked, you're in a pod,
Yep.
You're in a pod, you can't see around you, and then you hear outside two women. All right, we're gonna see which cock you like best, and then the pod starts to lift, and it stops at your dick. It stops at waist height, and you can these women are just judging your cocks, and then you can kind of make out that there are like there's a circle of 6 other guys with their cocks out, and then it starts lifting, and then it's at your chest, and then finally after she's eliminated a couple people based on cock, and then like chest, and then finally face, and then each time someone gets eliminated, they're butt ass naked. The 2 women judging the men in the semicircle are clothed, and then you have to go out and hug them and be like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry it didn't work out. Sorry you didn't like my hog. See you later." That's Naked Attraction. It was absolutely despicable to watch. I was so upset the whole time. And you it's not blurred.
Do they do the same thing for the? Do they do the same thing for the woman?
Yeah. Well, so after she picks her guy, she comes out naked, and then he judges her. And it's like, ooh, yeah. It's like so.
So if he doesn't like her, he goes like, "Okay, bye."
I don't know. It's fucking whack.
If they do shows like that, they should do things that are like everybody just has like one wrong thing. Like it's like a chiseled guy with a huge hog, and then just has like a fucked up face.
One guy had quite a hog, but he had an elephant tattoo on his hips, so the trunk was his cock.
That's a big dick move. You gotta have a huge schlong to do that.
He was also an amputee. He was also missing a leg. So I think he was like, I already lost a leg. I'm going with what I got.
Well, it sounds like he had 2 already. You didn't even drink the fucking shake. I would have put it in the freezer. I said you could have the shake, and you're like, "Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I don't have a straw for it." Anyway. Yeah. That show sounds hideous, and I would like an Australian version of it.
Coming soon.
Oi, mate. You got a bloody dangler. Whatever the fuck they sound like over there. Those fucking animals. That's not a show I wanted to... Like, you know what? Like, show I tried to watch was, like, Love is Blind. And the problem is that they're all, like, conventionally attractive. So it's like, what's the point of them being blind? Like, what's the point of them not seeing? And also, like, you shouldn't make a show like that and not have them really be blind. Like, that's fucked up. But they have a fucking pod in between them, and it's like the same thing. They just, like, talk. And then it's like, if you, like, couple up at the end, you, like, meet in person. But, like, they're all conventionally attractive. I think it would be better to have, like, people with, like a pretty voice, but then are, like, terrible looking. And then it's just like they get matched up, and it's like a wicked hot person and then like an ugly person, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Because then the experiment's real.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah, dude, do you slightly connect with this other person that you normally would probably find attractive anyway? It's not a fucking interesting show.
No. What's even weirder is that you have to like you have to propose to the person to see them.
Yeah, you gotta like get married. Yeah, it's weird. And it's awkward when they like come out and they meet each other and they're like don't like each other at all. And it's like, oh, that sucks. Good thing you're getting married.
Good thing we just said yes to the ring, and now we're seeing each other for the first time. That's why Catfish is a show.
Catfish, funny show. Also, before we start to wrap up, one thing Prokop wanted to say was, Sabrina, what? We have to make a description of the fall. And I think it should be fat ass fall, dude. You want a fucking cannoli? Go get yourself a fucking cannoli. You want a fucking apple cider donut? Eat a fucking apple cider donut.
Get a half
Winter's
dozen
coming.
Yourself.
Get a half dozen, maybe even a dozen. Spread it out over 3 days. No one's fucking telling you what to do, but don't feel bad. Like this fucking guy we were hanging out with, this girl like asked him if she should get a burrito, and everybody's like chilling. Like if someone asks something like that, it's kind of like rhetorical, right? He goes, I wouldn't eat a burrito. You'd feel way better about yourself if you waited till you got home. Like I only eat at home. It's like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck are you, dude? Are you implying that I need to eat at home?
Is this his girl?
This was not his girl.
Ooh.
It was like...
It's less
I mean,
bad.
like, that's not the normal... It's, like, less bad, yeah. But like also, friends? Still, like, yeah, you don't fucking... Like, I don't even know how close, like, of friends everybody was. But you don't fucking say that. It's a rhetorical question. Hey, like, dude, that's like, hey, I might get fucking pizza. And Joey being like, ooh, pizza? You fucking big boy? And it's like, what the fuck? I can get a fucking pizza if I want. You can think that all you want. That's fine. But you don't say it. If someone asks me if they should eat something, my answer is automatically yes. Like, why are you asking me? Eat your shit. And it's like, then it's like you're putting it in my head. It's like, should you have eaten that? And it's like, probably not. But
I shouldn't eat a lot, but I want it. So fuck off.
Yeah, so, and if you want it, so that's the thing though, this fall, it's a fat ass fall, dude. Do whatever the fuck you want. You want something, you get it. Go into the winter, chubby and happy, sweat it out. The thing is though, I am not endorsing fat ass 2024. Like the problem is you better make sure that shit doesn't slide, because if you don't like get yourself a hold of yourself around Christmas, if you're going into Christmas and you're fucking shithousing everything, 2024 2K summer might be 2K24 summer might not be your favorite season. So make sure you limit yourself to about Christmas time and cut that shit off. First snow, put down the fucking food. But before that, dude, it's a fat ass fall.
Prep for hibernation.
This summer was kind of disappointing, dude. It was a very rainy summer. I feel like it really made me feel low T. Summer normally makes me high T. Summer was low. It was a low T summer. A lot of seafood. We did live up to the seafood hype. We never did have the clam bake, and we hyped that shit up for a long time.
so if 2020,
you were
still have it
the whole first weekends, so we didn't really have a weekend.
I was gone a lot at the beginning of the summer, and then when I came back, you were gone a lot.
Yeah,
and Aaron doesn't have incentive to like lead stuff like that.
So Coop, if 2023 was low T, like it's low T 2023, is
low T 23? Yeah.
Are we doing 2020 or 20 TRT 24? I don't know. What are we gonna call it? TRT 24.
Well, this fall
2024
SARMs and sweaters.
SARMs and sweaters, dude.
We're doing steroids.
I just want huge biceps. That's it. I don't want anything else about me to look healthy. Like I just want to be like yoked. I'm fine if I still have a little bit of titty, like an A cup titty, if I have yoked ass arms. Or like shoulders so my neck can't move side to side, and then nothing else be ripped. I'm only gonna work out arms and traps.
just
no back.
Lat pull downs.
Lat pull downs, bicep curls, tricep pull downs. Exit the gym 6 days a week. 35-minute workouts.
Join the one that Assembly Row on, dude. It's all small high schoolers that we can just.
Well, that's not helping me sell. That's not selling it to me. Small high schoolers.
No, it's all Tufts kids. So who are basically high schoolers if you go to Tufts.
It just sucks the first time you're back, being like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, but you gotta do it eventually.
Yeah, but like working out is like the opposite of nicotine for me. Where it's like it's a toxic relationship, but it's more like I'm gonna leave. Like it's not like nicotine is gonna make itself leave. It's like too toxic. It needs to be cut off. Like I'm the toxic one in the gym relationship, and I don't like that dynamic. Because I don't like getting to the point where I'm like, oh, this shit's cool, and then I take like 2 days off, and the next thing I know, I haven't been in like a fucking year.
You just come with me. I got the best welcome back routine. I'm not hard about it either. I don't have a hard.
I told you I am not working out. You think I'm doing cardio? Wrong.
Coop's 50. No cardio.
I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do shit. I'm not doing cardio. You're not seeing me on a fucking Stairmaster.
I would never put you on a Stairmaster. It'd be embarrassing.
Maybe the bike. I like the bike.
The thing is, you get Netflix, and then you just watch Netflix, and then it's like, you kind of forget what you're doing.
I don't like running and watching stuff.
Then do the bike thing.
I hate running. Running sucks. It's stupid. What do I have to run from?
Predators.
Yeah, predators. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm constantly under threat of predators.
I honestly, my biggest inspiration when I'm running is thinking it's all coming down soon. Eventually, I'm going to need to get away from.
I'm never going to be able to run as far as I need to if it all comes down. So it's like, what's the point of fucking running? Like, my best shot is getting in my car and getting out of here, or getting on a bike. And I can pedal out of here. Pretty flat around here.
You only need to outrun the other people.
I still think I can outrun enough people. It doesn't look like I still got it in me, but I still got it in me, dude. I'm athletic big.
We should do a episode.
We should all do a 40.
I'm not running. I'll do a 40, dude. Mine will probably be 6 seconds, but I'm not a speed guy. I've never been a speed guy.
We'll do a 40, we'll do a 100-meter, and then we'll do a mile.
I'm not doing a mile.
All in one day. You have to do that all in one day.
I'm not running a mile.
I could easily do that.
I could run a mile if I needed to. It'd probably be like 10 minutes right now.
10 minutes.
Dude, I used to be down at like 7:30. I bet you I could run a 10-minute mile right now.
I bet you could too. But I'm also saying that's not awful. Like there's.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be the slowest guy out of the fucking stampede. But like I'm not fucking setting the pack, and I never will, so what's the point?
That's the goal. Just to get away enough that the.
If I had to run more than a mile and the world's over, then like whatever. And also, if I think adrenaline would kick in, then I'd probably run a 7.5-minute mile if the end of the world was. If I was wearing shorts and like nice sneakers, I could probably get down to a 7.5 minute with an adrenaline.
This is what we were saying last week. Coop wants to be in the nuclear blast. He does not want to deal with.
I want to be immediately melted, dude. If a nuke comes down, I don't need like these people. Like I watch shows like Walking Dead, and I'm like, what is mentally wrong with these people? Where everybody you know has died, and you're eating fucking stale fucking beans.
I just don't think I could let myself die. Like, I just don't think. I think if it came down to it, I'd just be like, nope, I can't, and I'd eat the beans, or I'd kill the guy or something. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to just like.
Yeah,
there's very few things where I'm like, all right, well then I'm dead. Like I'd fight tooth and nail. Like even if I was drowning, I'd be like trying to get out of there.
I'm the same way.
I just don't think I have it in me.
Yeah, I think your
the thing with drowning is you don't want to fight it. You want to fucking float.
No, but you know what I mean. Like even if it was like a pointless situation, I don't think I'd just be like die.
If I was burning alive, I'd want to die immediately.
That's like one of the few scenarios where I think I would want to die, or like if I was being tortured or something.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I don't want to be tortured by one of these fucking freaks who's just been waiting for the world to end. Like, every single group that you run into is going to try to butt fuck you. Like, I don't want that.
They'll probably try to eat you.
Well, they butt fuck you first, and then...
I would fight until I ran out of bullets and food. And then after that point, I would kind of just, like, just live. And if I die, I die. Like, I'm not gonna kill and eat people. I'll only kill if fired upon. Kind of like U.S. policy.
I don't know. I think you'll get to the hunger level and you'll end up killing someone.
I really see. That's why I go days sometimes where I try not to eat until nighttime. I try not to drink until nighttime because then it's like that way I know I can do it.
It's gonna be longer than a night.
Sometimes I could probably find water at night. I just fucking boil some fucking puddle water up. Boil it up. Really, just like
I don't think I would have a problem with water, but food might be tough.
Actually,
probably enough
running
food.
Out of groundwater. That is.
I'm sure we are. Yeah.
True. At least it rains here still.
It rains all the time. We'll be fine.
We're in the best location.
This shit isn't turning into a desert anytime soon. Imagine Kansas turns into a desert in our lifetime. Whoa. Probably will.
It's like the interstellar people. All turns to dust. That would suck.
Is that the Matthew McConaughey movie? The movie's good.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Matthew McConaughey is good. Him, Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson a lot.
I was really hoping Matthew McConaughey ran as mayor of Boston. Like, legitimately. He was like doing that for a while, and then he went on Joe Rogan, and people realized, well, he doesn't actually know anything about like politics. It's like it was the vibe. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, it's
Matthew
really
McConaughey
bad.
should be president.
It's
Imagine
really
him
bad when Joe Rogan can ask you a couple questions about politics, and you can't answer his basic questions.
Hey, I'm Joe Rogan. I'm gonna put you in a small chair so I look tall.
Yeah, I'm not 5'10". He's a short guy.
He isn't.
He's a short king.
Oh, he's definitely less than 5'10".
He's like 5'6", dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he had Ben Shapiro on so many times. It was like, yes, I look normal.
Yo, look at this little dork. I'm Joe Rogan. I'm not small.
I think that's why because short people do jujitsu a lot, right? That's something I just made up right now, but it makes sense if you're like grappling and stuff.
He's
technically
a Taekwondo
you don't need to be tall.
guy.
Oh, I didn't even know that was
that's
real.
where he got his belts, is Taekwondo. I watched a little too much Joe Rogan. I would know.
It's weird.
We all watched. My favorite meme was during COVID, where it's like I connected my phone to the speaker and it automatically started playing the Joe Rogan episode, and it got exposed in front of my girlfriend.
I only listened to it. His guests.
How tall do you think Joe Rogan is? I have it up. Let's hear your bets.
I mean, it's not gonna be real if it's on Google, but I think you're right with the 5. I think he's like my height, like at most, but like 5'7"
Coop.
I said 5'8".
Which it could be generous. That could be him in a...
So I bet you he's actually 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round
I mean,
down.
he like stands next to people, so like we kind of know.
He looks so tiny.
Well, there's also pictures online. It's my favorite thing. It's people just like keep making him like slightly smaller in pictures. So like, oh, Joe Rogan met with this guy today, and he's just like they shrink him like a little bit. They do the same thing with what's that chick's name? Chloe Grace Moretz, that actress, the younger actress. If you saw her, like, if you don't know who Cooper, you know her.
Who?
Chloe Grace. She was in the Neighbors one where she was the sorority girl. Just look her up. You know who she is.
Okay.
She's in a bunch of dumb pop movies and stuff. But they keep making her shoulders like slightly wider on Wikipedia by like a pixel a time, and then like re-upload the photo. Like she got so pissed because like it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are they doing that? But it's pretty funny. And she like came out and like was saying stuff about it, like how she's being cyberbullied, and they're just like making her shoulders like slightly wider than they actually are.
Do you guys see the I don't know why this meme has been killing me lately, but the Millie Bobby Brown, she's eating the carrot. And then
No, I haven't seen that.
She's got a big tooth smile, like a big British tooth smile, and then they stopped the video and put a picture of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Oh, it's painful.
I love cyberbullying celebrities. We didn't talk about the machine enough, by the way.
We'll save it for next week.
Maybe we wait for other people to see it.
Yeah, watch the machine, and then that way we don't spoil it for you, because it's worth not watching.
Oh, so weird thing that happened while we were walking the dog. We see a string of green lights start crossing the sky. And immediately we're like, UFO, aliens are here, it's over. Get back to the house, start praying. And then I start looking at it a little bit more. I'm like, that just looks like drones. If that was like a UFO, you could be able to tell it was spinning. And then I did some Googling and we saw Starlink. So
sick.
Yeah.
Megan was prepared, like, if there's a black car in front of the house, we have to keep walking.
What the fuck?
You know, like the CIA or, you know, whatever the UFO the Men in Black came to our house and they're going to mind erase us. Will Smith shows up.
Mad fun. Starlink. Shout out to Elon. You owe us money.
Give me money.
King
All right.
Elon.
We haven't gotten any of our money that we've needed for people.
Yeah, we will be coming to collect. But I have my money when I come to collect.
When the world ends and we have our own The Walking Dead squad of us roaming with guns and motorcycles, we will come and collect. We want your stale beans.
We want your stale beans. Stale beans and stale Guinness, please.
We'll still keep making the pod, too.
We'll be broadcasting it over FM radio frequencies.
The hammer. People are like asking for help, and they're just like, "Do you guys see
hey,
that?
Fucking,
have you seen the machine?
Have you seen the machine? What's your opinion on Israel?
Israel doesn't exist anymore. Everything got blown up.
Pretty peaceful over there now. Anyway.
If we had a boat, I bet we could get to Israel and be totally no one would even be there. We'd be kings.
We were told it was the promised land.
And we circled back to Israel. I think it's a good spot.
Sabrina is so pissed.
But we call it
Mia has all the
callback.
couch cushions on the couch. Just staring at it. Anyways, Israel, you owe us money as well. Or maybe the Mossad, get us on the algorithm, please. I did say I was pro-Israel. That should help. We've also been pro-AI. We were pro-China at one point.
We were? I thought I was the only pro-China.
I think we did. No, I think we said on the record something about China.
I've given up. I want the.
We need a.
Have you guys? There's this There's this guy on TikTok, and he's definitely Chinese because he only has yuans, but he's in his apartment. He's got a bunch of Chinese hoons. He goes to his dresser drawer, grabs a bunch of yuans, goes, buys a 6-pack, eats 3 entrees. And I'm like, oh, I want to go to China. I want to live there.
Yeah, I'm sure it's dope if you have that kind of life. Other than that, I don't know how dope it is. Kind of like here, though. But anyways, Procop. The era is not over, clearly, dude. Keep pushing this fucking kid back, dude. Should be a Thanksgiving baby.
Yeah, a little Thanksgiving gift.
Yeah, a little Thanksgiving turkey.
That'd be dope. Maybe it is the end of the era, though. Guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. But even still, I don't think I can't step away to record a pod. But here's what'll happen: oh, guys, she's screaming, and then I'll walk away, and then I'll come back, and then I'll catch up.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I'm sure that. Hopefully, this kid sleeps, man. Hopefully, it's a chill ass kid. This kid comes out and it's a fucking nightmare, man. It's gonna be kind of selfish of it.
She seems like from being in Megan's belly, she seems pretty chill.
She kicking around in there?
Yeah. We got
too much? Not too much kicks though.
Not too much. She's
because that means she's probably has ADD.
Yeah. Well, I think you developed that. All the video games definitely gave me undiagnosed.
You're saying how long have you known us compared to this kid?
How long have I what?
Known us compared to this kid. We've been there longer.
Been there longer. True.
Yeah, Mia was trying to say, do you think C-sections fucked you up? Because we were both C-sections, and I'm like, I don't think that was it.
I was C-section. Is that what you meant me?
What I've heard is that a C-section is like the baby basically comes out sleeping because they aren't forced through the birth canal. That's what wakes them up. Because it's like they essentially get punched in the face getting forced through the birth canal. So
well,
all depends on mom's hips, I guess.
Yikes. Anyways, those are the miracles of childbirth. The perfect icing on top of this podcast cake. Depending on when this episode comes out, comedy show next Saturday. Probably should have promoted that at the beginning. No one is listening at this point who isn't already going to come to the comedy show.
Here.
But comedy show on the 14th, we're probably going to do donations for the comics. Not going to charge for tickets. Anyway, thanks for listening.